Hey y'all, how's it going? I know what your first question was. Has Mr. Man been bored enough to shave his beard yet? The answer is no. Some of you did ask that. Uh, but I do hope the first week of online classes went well for y'all. And all things considered, and I know there's been some frustrations and hiccups, but again, I was able to get in touch with most of you, but some of you still haven't. Again, still reach out to your friends. Um, and if you have any questions, you can always message me on Focus or uh, on my email. Okay. We talked about heat transfer last week. We talked about what temperature measures, and we seem to be a little confused on that. Temperature does not measure the amount of heat of an object, it measures the amount of kinetic energy with an object. And what that means is we've got these atoms that are bouncing around, and the colder the object, the less kinetic energy there is. These atoms, they're kind of slowly moving, all right. And then in hotter objects, these atoms, they're bouncing around more quickly. They're all over the place. That's more kinetic energy. Okay, they're vibrating at a higher frequency. Um, Another thing we talked about was cold versus heat versus temperature. Heat is the only thing out of those three that can be transferred from object to object. Okay, cold is the absence of heat, so cold therefore can't be transferred. All right, from object to object. All right. Um, and then temperature, remember, it's measuring the amount of kinetic energy. It's not, it can't, temperature can't be transferred from object to object, okay? One more thing we talked about was conduction, okay? Conduction, if we have a hot object and a cold object and they're pressed up against each other, the kinetic energy, the heat transfers until they are the same temperature. So if you have a 90-degree object here and a 20-degree object here, they transfer through conduction atoms back and forth until they become the same temperature. They have the same amount of kinetic energy. Okay. Um, and the kinetic, remember two examples we gave for that. Y'all drew the ice melting on a pavement. That's an example of heat transfer. It's an example of conduction. The ice melting into water on the hot pavement means the water is becoming the same temperature as the pavement. Okay. Or if you sit down on a hot metal surface on a hot summer day, that is another example of conduction, a heat transfer. Your butt's really hot when you first sit down. I mean, you're burning up. But if you sit there long enough, you transfers and it becomes the same temperature, and it doesn't stay hot for that long, right? Um, let's see. Schedule for this week, okay? Schedule for this week. Today you have this video right here, along with a Kahoot quiz. Tomorrow is a Nearpod lesson, okay? I'm going to have a Nearpod lesson. Make sure that you're able to understand the old concepts and the new concepts. Wednesday, important. We will have an online meetup at 11:30, okay? I'm going to try to record it while we're having an online meetup, and you will do that one in the Mr. Man's online meetup, not Mr. Man's first, second, third, whatever period you're in. You go to Mr. Man's online meetup for the video virtual lesson, the live lesson. Okay, that's Wednesday 11:30. Um, Thursday we'll have a little quiz, a slight review quiz. It's not a test or quiz grade. It might be an assignment grade. I'm just checking where you're at, like I did last week. Okay, I'm just checking to see where you understand. So the review I just did, it was stuff y'all weren't understanding. So don't freak out when it says quiz. It's just checking where you're at. Okay, I'll let you know when it's the actual quiz. The the first quiz, actual quiz, will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday next week. I hadn't decided yet. I'll let y'all know. Probably on the live meetup. All right. Okay. Now, a lot of you were having trouble with my assignments. I was posting them in the post section. The reason for that is my assignment section was not working last week. I don't know why. I worked with it. I tried looking up online tutorials, and I still couldn't get my assignment section to work last week. It should be working now. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that technology works with me. Okay. So from here on out, you need to go to the assignment section. Okay. And there'll be one. The assignment section will have the assignment for today, which could be, any of the things we've already done plus anything else, and B, the attendance for the day. Always, there will be attendance every single day. Okay, there will be an attendance every single day. You need to do that. Do your best to do that by 3:30. It will be gone by 11:30 every single night. Okay, so make sure you do the attendance every single day. And where to access that? Remember, we've been doing the post section for right now, where you had to scroll up and see if there were any assignments. But so again, that's in the assignment section now. All right. And one more thing, there's 3 assignments from last week in the post section. You need to scroll up and be able to make sure you see them. One is the Nearpod lesson, and then 2, you had the CPOMS video with the fill in the blank notes. There's 2 separate links. One is a link to forms with fill in the blank notes, and another one is the CPOMS video link. You need to do that one. And then the last one, if you haven't already, you need to do the heat transfer quiz. Okay, so scroll up. It's not that far up from where this is, and then make sure you do those 3 things. Okay, let's have an awesome week. I hope to see y'all at 11:30 on Wednesday. All right.